Hey guys, Adam here with AmericanMuscle.com, and today we're taking a closer look at installing and of course dyno testing the Bama Rev-X by SCT tuner with 2 custom tunes available for the 99 to 04 Mustang GT and Bullitt. Again, you should be checking this out if you're looking to pick up a custom tune that is going to maximize the potential of your vehicle, but also includes a number of other features, including 2 custom tunes, an 87 and a 93. Now before we jump into the meat and potatoes of this Rev-X tuner and the tunes included, what do you say we head over to the dyno? All right, so we got our 99 GT strapped down to the dyno. We established a baseline run with 93 octane in the tank, bone stock otherwise. Walked away with 231 horsepower, 279 pound-feet of torque at the rear wheels. We then uploaded our 93 race tune from Bama, ran it again under the same conditions with 93 in the tank, walked away with 240 horsepower and 289 pound-feet of torque at the rear wheels. Good for peak gains of 9 horsepower and 10 torque. And under the curve, we're seeing gains of as much as 10 horsepower and 20 pound-feet of torque under the curve at the rear wheels. Now that curve gain is really what we're gonna feel out on the road. It makes such a huge difference to drivability. For daily drivers out there, using 93 octane, you'll definitely make it more enjoyable to sit in that morning commute. You'll have a little bit more power at your hands. Now imagine throwing in some bolt-on mods, it gets even better from there. Let's jump into the details of the Rev-X tuner, and Bama includes 2 custom tunes for your vehicle. The 87 octane option is a great one for the daily driver or even the weekend warrior out there, just looking to get a little bit something extra for their vehicle without going to the full 93 octane pump gas. The 87 is gonna make things a little bit better. You're gonna enjoy carving corners a little bit more, and overall, it's just gonna make driving a little bit more fun. If you're really looking to maximize your vehicle's performance though, that 93 octane tune is gonna be the way to go, no doubt about it. Bama's going to take things into consideration like air-fuel ratio, timing, spark, and a number of other parameters, while also keeping safety in mind as well in order to give you the most out of your vehicle. Anytime you add more power adders like a cold air intake, long tubes, a catback, things like that, you'll definitely reap even more benefits out of that 93 octane. Now the device itself comes with a number of other features aside from just the tunes. You're also going to get the DTC code reader, diagnostic trouble code being your check engine light. Anytime that dreaded light comes onto the dash, all you got to do is plug this guy in, read the code, get the description, and you can clear it right from the device as well. No need to use any other dongle, no need to even go to AutoZone if that's what you've been doing, because trust me, I've been there. Now the gauges and data log screen is going to be great for people looking to take advantage of the ability to monitor live engine vitals on the fly in the driver's seat at all times. You can look at things like air-fuel ratio, coolant temp, air intake temp, spark, sensors. You can look at so many different options in a customizable gauge screen. Now, you'll be able to monitor 1 up to 8 different vitals at once. And again, you can change them out at any time. There's a number of things to pick from, and we'll look at that in just a little bit. Now again, there's a couple more features. You'll also be able to take advantage of cloud capabilities, which is new to the Rev-X device here. Cloud means that you don't need wires, no laptop, no computer to handle anything like a software update, downloading tunes from Bama, uploading or receiving data log revisions, things like that. You won't need anything but a Wi-Fi network. That's all built into the settings menu there as well. On top of that, you can read vehicle info and device info, really simple things, and again, we'll check that out in car. Now, this device comes in right around $400, and included in that is the Bama Free Tunes for Life program. You're automatically enrolled anytime you pick up a Bama tune paired with a device like this one or the X4, for example, and that basically means you get free tune revisions for the lifetime that you have this device and your vehicle paired. Now, if you were to add a cold air intake or one of those other power adders I mentioned, all you have to do is hit up Bama. They'll revise that tune specific to the mods or changes that you made to maximize your performance. Now, install, I'm gonna give 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Anybody can tackle that in the driveway at home with about 30 minutes from start to finish. You don't really need any hand tools either, just what's in the kit. Now, I'd recommend picking up some sort of windshield mount or vent gauge mount just to mount this guy up. If you wanna take advantage of the gauges and data log screen, it's easier to do so within arm's reach and within the eyesight of the driver's seat without having to store it away in the glove compartment or something similar. Now, I'm gonna walk you through every single step of the process in our 99 GT, so what do you say we get started? First step here, we're gonna take our Rev-X device and the OBD2 harness included in the kit. We're gonna plug this guy in under the driver's side dash. Now on the new Edge, it's on the right side kick panel, just under the dashboard. So we're just gonna plug that guy right in. All right, with that plugged in, we're gonna bring this harness up and plug it into the top of our Rev-X just like that. All right, now we can shut the door, put the key in the ignition, turn it on, and get to tuning. All right, first step here, we want to grab our key, put it in the ignition, and we're going to turn the ignition on, but we're not actually going to start the engine. All right, so that guy's going to beep a couple of times and then stop. What we're going to do from the main menu here is go right into programming vehicle. So let's click on that from the main menu. We want to make sure, again, key is on, but don't start your engine. Continue. Basically, during this process, it's going to save your stock file, your stock tune, and then load that to the device, and then flash the vehicle with the new tune of your choice. Internet is required, so you do want to access a Wi-Fi point, be close enough for a Wi-Fi point. So I'm going to hit continue, connect to our Wi-Fi, and then we'll jump right back into it. All right, picking up where we left off, we're connected to the Wi-Fi network. Next screen is letting you know about device updates. Now, if it's brand new right out of the box, you're probably gonna need a device update. There's often software updates from SCT, and then once you plug it into your vehicle, there are updates for your specific gen. So we have device updates here. We're gonna hit continue. And of course, internet's still required for this. So you wanna make sure you're still connected to that Wi-Fi network there, and then you're moving forward. All right, so device is up to date. It loaded the supporting file, so we'll hit okay. All right, so after supporting files, we have some firmware update it looks like we need to take care of. So once that's done updating, it'll jump into the program vehicle screen. All right, update complete to the firmware, so we'll press OK again. Continue on the Wi-Fi again. All right, so at this point, it is asking you if you want to sync to the cloud. Now, if Bama has uploaded your tune to the cloud, they'd obviously let you know after you request your tune. From here, you'll hit continue, and you'll pull your tune file from the cloud to your device. Now, ours is actually loaded to the device already. We got ours via email, so we loaded it ourselves on our laptop. So those are really the two methods of getting your tunes. So again, if it's on the cloud, hit continue. If not, hit skip. We're gonna hit skip. And then it gives you a street use notice, basically saying this is not for legal use in California on pollution controlled vehicles. Just hit continue, more of a terms of conditions. Continue again, making sure the key is still in the on position, but this engine is not started. All right, this is that important screen that we've been waiting for. This is the menu where you select your custom tune. Now, you'll have two custom tunes, the lower 87 octane and the 93 race. Of course, we're just focusing on the 93 race for the purposes of this video. On the dyno, we want to see the max gains. So of course, we're only showing 93 race, but you would have an additional option. Now, 93 race, we're going to select, but you want to select the one of your choosing, whichever one you want to go with. From there, it'll disable preloaded tunes, which is essentially just what comes preloaded on the device, not custom to your vehicle. So you just want to hit confirm. Confirm that that is the tune. From here, it'll instruct you to turn the key off. So we're turning it back. Once it does so, just wait until it tells you to turn the key back on. And again, we're not starting the engine. And at this point, it says saving stock data because it's going to save that stock file from Ford to the device. That basically means anytime you want to revert back to stock, you can do so by following the same steps we have been in the menu. Return to stock will be an option. Now at this point, it will load 0 to 100 a couple of times. You again do not want to unplug the device. That can cause issues for the computer itself or the device. And then it'll move into flashing the vehicle, tuning it to your selection, and then it'll let you know that you're done. During that process, you may get a couple of notices to turn the key on and off. So you want to stand by, of course, just making sure that you're near the device to take a look at it when it directs you to do something. All right, now during this process, of course, keep in mind that some lights may come on the dash. Check engine light, the theft light is on, and also our battery light is on. The airbag light came on as well. So like things will start flashing on the dashboard. That's just communication with the ECU. That stuff will go away once we're done tuning. All right, so it saved our stock file. Loaded 0 to 100 a couple of times. Now we're moving on to the writing tune section of this. And again, critically important that you do not disconnect the device for any reason. We're gonna load again 0 to 100. It's moving a little slower this time. It's a lot more to write. Once that's taken care of, we'll be done tuning. All right, programming complete. Now you can unplug the device if you'd like. You can also turn the ignition key off. If you hit done, it takes you right back to the main menu. Next up, guys, I actually want to walk you through all the device features that we talked about in this video. Aside from programming vehicle, which we just went through, you have the gauges and data log screen. Now that's a really important one for the guys who want to take note and keep an eye on engine vitals at any time during your driving experience. Of course, you want the key on. We're going to hit continue. Basically what this lets you do is keep an eye on some engine vitals, things like intake air temperature, coolant temp, air-fuel ratio. But first, before you get into that, you need to select your configuration, which is specific to each generation of Ford vehicle. So what we're going to do is go down and find Ford gas 07 and prior. Obviously, we're in a 99, 07 and prior, and it's a gas, not a diesel. So we'll select that configuration and then press continue. From here, it jumps right into the gauge screen, and the default has two gauges on at once. One is battery voltage up top, and the bottom one is coolant temp. Now, of course, we're hooked up to a battery charger for this process here, which is showing a higher 14 volt. But if you wanted to change these, that's the cool part about it. If we want to change, say, battery voltage, we just select it, select item, and there's a list of items. Battery voltage, coolant temp, desired idle RPM, fuel pump duty cycle, idle speed valve duty cycle, intake air temp, engine load, there's MAF counts, there's RPMs, spark, throttle response, speed, so many options. Now, of course, there's some more technical ones, but if you wanted to change battery voltage to, say, intake air temp, you just select that. You can change units from Celsius to Fahrenheit or vice versa, hit approve, and it changes that gauge. One of the other cool things about that is we can go to the right and there's more options. Say we want to change the gauge layout. So that was just 2 gauges, but if we want to change to 3, there's 4, here we have 6, and a total of 8. So if you want to take a look at what the 8 looks like, you just select that. Now we have 8 different gauges, and again, we can change each one of them to show whatever we want. So that's a super useful feature to take advantage of. And you can start recording a data log. So if you want to communicate the engine performance or specific parameters of the performance to Bama for possible tune revisions, you can do so right on the device. You would start the data log, run it, stop the data log, and then you can upload that to the cloud or send it via email. So from there, you can hit stop data log, and it'll take you back to the main menu. Aside from that, vehicle functions actually is useful as well. If the dreaded check engine light comes on, here you can read that code, clear that code, and special functions most people won't touch. Thing like cam relearn, you're not gonna really need to use that, or at least most people won't, but the functionality is there. If you hit exit, vehicle info will show things like your VIN number and your ECU strategy code, which are also very important for requesting a tune. So if you ever forget what the ECU is or the sticker's not under the hood, you can come right here and check out that info. Same thing for your VIN. Device info would show you things like your firmware version, how many unlocks you have left on the device, basically meaning you can unlock it for different vehicles a certain amount of time. Now that's all going to be located in device info, and the same thing goes for your battery voltage. Device settings has a couple of cool features. Check for updates. So anytime a software or firmware version comes out to update on your Rev X from SCT, you can check there. That does require Wi-Fi, which is another capability down here in the settings menu. Also, cloud file sync is exclusive to the Rev X device when compared to the X4. So if you want to use the cloud capability that we talked about in this video, that's in your device settings as well. So you can sync to and from the cloud using your data log, so you can upload that to the cloud. You can also upload your stock file to the cloud as well, which is nice. It's transferable between devices if you need it to be. Now, under that, simple settings for simple devices. So brightness you can change it to display instead of portrait mode. You can turn it to landscape. You can change the theme. So right now we have dark red, but if you want to go light blue, switches things up. I'm gonna keep that guy on dark red. Power management. Startup function, I think, is also a good one. If you're mounting this within arm's reach and eyesight of the driver's seat because you want to use the gauges screen every day, you can make this so that it automatically starts up on the gauges when you turn your car on and this is plugged in. That's super useful, I think. From there, you can also do a factory reset if you want to put it back to stock. Hit exit, takes you back to the main menu, and that's your Rev X. Well guys, that's gonna wrap up my review and install for the Bama Rev X tuner with 2 custom tunes available for the 99 to 04 GT or Bullitt Mustang. If you wanna pick this guy up, you can do so exclusively right here at AmericanMuscle.com.